to the Battlecats episode, the Battlecats podcast, episode 211, where HurricaneKaz is eating a jalapeno. All right,
no, that's not true.
That I missed one.
You did.
Okay,
and
look,
I'll tell you which
admittedly,
one.
I did not get a jalapeno or a habanero yet, but I'll just make it up next week if I really miss one. Mm-hmm. If I really miss one, all right. Point to the episode. I'll pull it up right now. If it's there,
it's the New Year's one.
What are you talking about? I did the New Year's one.
Yeah.
The one was just me talking. Happy New Year's. It's right there. What do you mean?
No, it's not.
All right, look. Take a look right now.
I'm looking at it right now. I don't see it.
It's underneath the X podcast. What do you mean? It's right here.
Unless you literally just put it in the last 5 minutes. I'm looking at the YouTube version.
The YouTube version, yeah, the YouTube version.
What?
Yeah. How are you seeing it?
I have no idea. I do not see it there.
Is it not on the Podbean version?
We're looking at
I'm
YouTube.
checking. No, it's the YouTube version.
It's on it for me.
Send a screenshot.
Send a screenshot right now.
Why would I lie about this? I'm not even typing anything right now. You know.
This is very odd because
you
at it.
Yeah, you literally just added it.
I did not.
You just added it.
Admittedly, you know what I did though? I did double check yesterday when you sent a message, and I checked and I added.
No, it was this morning. It was this morning,
well,
and I checked it. I checked it literally, and I checked it literally like 10 minutes ago.
What was the stipulation?
No,
by the time we record, it's all there.
Steve checked it literally right as we started recording.
I want to ask you this, right? Because it is here, right? It is here, right?
It is now.
Well, no. But I literally, I wasn't like typing or messing with anything. But here's the thing, all right? It is there, and if I did not, so this is the one episode you found. Is this the one episode you found? Because I want you to think about this. What are the odds that you didn't tell me what episode was missing? Out of 420 options, I went in and corrected it the second the podcast started recording. There's no way. There's no way. No, admittedly, what happened is yesterday, I did go through a bunch of episodes to double check, and I found this one and like 2 other ones I did.
No, because I checked last night. I'll tell you the order of events from my perspective. I checked last night at like 11 and didn't see it, and took a screen cap, and I didn't say anything.
But it doesn't matter
in our
though.
Chat,
but
I didn't say anything. And I didn't say anything until this morning. And Steve checked it just now and didn't see it.
Well, I mean, it's not my fault if it didn't load, right? But what I'm saying is the stipulation is when we hit record this week and you point out any episodes, and guess what? It was there when we start recording. No one said it had to be done the night before, right? Or the morning of, right? I'm just saying, I don't know what the loading process was, but there was this one, and then there was like 2 other on Podbean that I forgot. That I noticed. If you find any other ones, though, that is not there. My hands are up right now. I'm literally sitting here eating strawberries.
Because I think you found it. I think you found it right before.
How? There's 420 options.
Because Steve said.
Yeah.
No.
I know.
You were already
but,
looking.
No, but I wasn't typing anything when he said that. I already said it's done.
I find this deeply sus.
It's very odd. It's very.
Steve is the judge, right?
No. It's what do you mean the judge? It was literally there. Look, even Steve can't explain it. I look at if you're watching the YouTube version, I've never seen Steve so speechless in my life. He's just sitting there like, how? What's going on? I can tell he's like, I can see inside his brain he's trying to figure it out, but the gears are turning, but nothing's coming out.
my reality doesn't make sense with what Caleb is saying.
Look,
and so like the Occam's razor is like, oh well, Caleb must be lying. But at the same time, he seems so confident, and he's not generally a liar.
Well, also, it just makes no sense. How could I possibly pull it off? I'm not Houdini here. You know?
Well, okay, here's the Occam's razor in my head is that Kaz sort of gave if you could figure it out, I guess Kaz gave a very strong hint as to which one it was.
What?
So like it was literally the first one I checked. She said because she was like, oh well, it wasn't a short, and then it was sort of like, oh okay, like I figured it out.
I guess.
And so,
I get what you're saying, but in my thought process, it doesn't matter the length of the episode. I literally went one by one and added it, right? Why would I skip a specific length of video?
No.
Right?
But she just gave one hint that was like, oh, it was the New Year's one that was uploaded, which I thought might be contentious, but you seem to actually accept it. I thought we were gonna make a ruling on whether it was legit or not. But
I did too.
No. That's legitimately an episode. That is, it has a thumbnail. It has like the audio version, everything.
I honestly thought when I pointed it out that you would be like, no, that doesn't count.
Yeah. No, that does count. But no, you're right. That definitely counts. The only thing I wouldn't count, there's one short on YouTube. It's like something about Anacore.
Yeah.
That doesn't count. I wasn't looking at that. Yeah,
that's fair.
That's not actually a podcast episode.
I don't watch YouTube
the fact
shorts
that
anyway.
I uploaded it like 30 seconds before we hit the record button and it did not have the link
it might have just not refreshed though, because
it's there like right after we start recording is a little insane to me.
That's what's crazy.
No, I literally took the screenshot like right when you started talking in the recording. Yeah, I don't have time to even add it in.
Crazy.
I think I told you to refresh before I even hit record. I was like, tell me which one. Refresh right now. Whatever.
No, I didn't hear anything about refreshing. That's why I wanted to start sooner, because I knew you were gonna pick up on it.
No. I literally double checked everything last night. I was like so confident. That's why I didn't go and buy habanero. All right. Well, grab the jalapeno. Look, I know Steve might be baffled, but Steve, who are we dealing with here? Who are making bets with Caleb and winning, right? Besides Anacore, it doesn't really happen much.
Because I was gonna win.
Well, I can't wait to hear the story. Look, Kaz, as a fellow friend, I will partake in eating some vegetables with you too, right? But for me, it's going to be a jalapeno.
Yes. Oh my God! Eat your Brussels sprouts, children.
Well, actually, no. Isn't strawberry a vegetable and jalapeno a fruit? Because fruit, the seeds are inside, and vegetables, the seeds are outside. Isn't that how it works? Like isn't that the official classification of fruit versus vegetable? So tomatoes a vegetable, or
no,
tomatoes
because
a fruit?
There's plenty of fruit where the
seeds are outside.
Seeds are.
No, they're almost all inside, except for strawberries.
But there's plenty of vegetables where the seeds are.
Yeah, but I think technically they count as fruit. Well, like what? Like I guess like an avocado and a tomato, right? Jalapeno,
and like
peppers.
Well, a tomato is
cucumber
a fruit, right?
Tomato is a fruit. That's what I'm saying, because the seeds are inside. Well, maybe cucumber's a fruit too. I don't know.
Specifically, it's an aggregate accessory fruit, meaning the fleshy part develops from the flower's receptacle, not just the ovary.
The Outcast podcast is no longer a Pokemon GO podcast. It's an educational podcast, right?
Well,
today on Caleb's Corner.
Yeah, just share your fruit and vegetables.
I went back and listened to our last episode. Oh my gosh, we went on like a million educational rants. It's great though.
Well, because they're the psychology student, and Caleb comes out.
Yeah, today I'll give a chemical engineering lecture. But look, at the last minute in, Caleb Peng Happy New Year fashion, we did actually get one event to talk about as well.
Yeah.
That is true. I opened the agenda and I was like, oh my God, there is an event.
Yeah, I think I put it in
there.
There
was
after
indeed.
Caleb sent the link, actually.
And there was indeed merchandise link on every single episode.
No.
You know, I'm still waiting for Caleb to introduce his co-hosts for the intro of the show.
Right, introduce my co-host for what? Oh, yeah, sorry. Anyway, welcome everyone to this fiasco of the Battlecast podcast, episode 211. If you're confused at what the heck we've been talking about for the past 8 minutes, you gotta listen to the last episode. So that's what happened is we released merch, link down below in every single video and every single podcast episode.
There wasn't. Wait.
I think, what if there's a missing link in a future episode? Maybe Caleb has to repay the debt.
I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Just copy paste.
I literally copy and paste it anyway and change out the description, so I won't fail on that one. So you can hold me accountable to that. But anyway, at the end of the last episode, I was like, oh man, you know what? I should honestly just go back and add the merch link to every episode. It would take me a while, but I'll probably do it because we've been promising merch for so long that if anyone actually is listening so far back, they're probably looking for the merch still. So, and then Kaz is like, no, you're not gonna do all that. I was like, oh, I will. She's like, you want to bet? I was like, oh,
I told you.
Speaking my language.
That's favorite words.
Yeah,
I know. And this is what later I was playing Wingspan with Jen, and I told her about what had happened because the episode wasn't out yet, and she was asking me about it since we recorded late. And I was like, oh yeah, and I think I made a mistake. And I told her about what happened, and she was like, and she immediately was like, you know how motivated he is by bets.
Yeah. You know what actually happened? So during the recording of the podcast, one of my friends from college gave me a call. I haven't talked to her in like 4 years, and I was like, oh. So I just texted her back. I was like, hey, I'm in a meeting right now. I call you back later. I was like, is everything okay? Because like I was thinking like, it's been so long that like even if she's like about to die, like I shouldn't be the first phone call, right? Like I'll be like maybe phone call number 50 maybe. But I was like, I don't know. I mean, maybe if she has like some terminal illness that might take a while, then like she has more time in the hospital. But turns out she's okay, right? Luckily, she just wanted to catch up, right? So we called up for 2 hours. And while I'm on the phone with her for 2 hours, we're just talking about life and stuff. I copy and paste that merch link to every episode. And so that's how I knocked it out. I mean, it still took a while, right? It still took 2 hours to do. But I was very determined to just knock it out right then and there and not have to stress about it. But luckily last night, I double checked too. It was late last night too. It was actually early morning for most of you, actually, based on time zone.
Yeah, because like I said, I had looked at all of them at like 11 p.m. Time.
Oh yeah, definitely. It was definitely after that. It was after that. Yeah. Well, that's why it makes sense if you talk a screenshot. And honestly, sometimes YouTube is just delayed on like updating stuff because I know there's sometimes where like there's more likes on a video than views, and like that's like a glitch too, right? Like that's not possible, right?
Do you mean like exactly 5 minutes between when Steve checked and when we started recording?
You could look at my hands when the recording started, right? I was talking, I wasn't typing nothing, I wasn't even looking at another screen to like paste stuff. Like, and also, there's no way I would even know what episode you're talking about. You could look through the other 400.
There is a way that you knew.
How?
Because like Steve said.
You know what happened when you said. Well, I mean, I guess so. If Steve's giving me too much credit here, but out of 420 options, I find just the YouTube version too, not even the Podbean version, right?
I did.
But
wait, did we check all the Podbean episodes?
Yeah, I checked last night too. I did forget 2 on Podbean episodes last night too, but I guess you all didn't see that one. And
yeah, honestly, I tried to check Podbean and like it was so hard for this site to like work on my phone. I was like, this isn't worth it.
You could probably just pull up Spotify and just click on every episode.
I don't have Spotify.
Apple Music?
Nope.
You just download Spotify for free.
Do you see the problem?
Well, anyway, someone else can check it, right?
Wait,
look.
Do you listen to podcasts at all?
No? Yes.
YouTube.
Yeah, I listen. I listen to the YouTube version.
I know a lot of people do listen to podcasts on YouTube over anything else.
Yeah, I also have like the Google Podcasts app or whatever. Like,
didn't that like? Wait, is that still a thing? I thought that like shut down or something.
I think they did shut that down actually.
No, it's just an aggregate. I don't know. It's some weird thing that the Pixel has.
Got it. Anyway, Kaz, I think it's time you go pluck a jalapeno.
Look, okay.
Oh boy, this feels so good.
Steve even made a tweet at NAIC, never make a bet with Caleb Peng. Kaz didn't listen to the Battle Cat's advice.
Yeah, I saw that on the NAIC broadcast even.
This is the trick. Right? Yeah, it was tweeted out. You need to make people think they have a chance. In fact, you need to make people think that they have a better chance than you. But if it's me or them, I'm always believing in me. And also, like, this is not a hard thing to do. I just copy and paste it. It's going to take time, right? I know it's achievable, right? It's like, GBL Legend. I know if I put my mind to it, I could probably hit it pretty quickly compared to a lot of people. There's obviously plenty of people in the world that can hit it before me, but like the one season I really tried, the bleach hair season, dude, I hit it before like Doombug and like a ton of. I was like one of the first like 30 in the world, right? Because I was just like really grinding it out. But
someone else's
one. Oh, that was the missing one, not the bleach hair one. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Man, the thing that kills me is like usually when there's a bet, it's like Caleb that's proposing it, trying to like rope people in.
She set herself up.
Kaz fell into her own.
I thought there was no way that he would remember to do them all.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was going to get a phone call from a friend he thought was dying and talk for 2 hours.
Well, I mean, she clarified she wasn't dying when she texted back before.
It is funny that you say that though, because like every time that someone like texts us like something like "call me," or like. Or calls you with like no pretense or warning, it's like an alarm goes off in your head, like, oh my god, it's an emergency. My friend called me the other day, like just out of the blue, like no text or anything beforehand. And the first thing she did was she's like, I apologize. I should have texted first. This is not an emergency.
Well, I will say though, there was a string of texts I got, like really random, that was an emergency, and it was pretty freaky too. It was someone I went on a few dates with, but she was supposed to like check on her, like feed her dog and cat, and then, you know, stop by my place after. And then I just got like a bunch of like texts in like help, all caps, help. I was like, what is happening?
Oh my God.
So I call her. I'm like, what's going on? Right? And she's crying. And apparently there was like 2 like Rottweilers that attacked her and her dog in her backyard.
Oh my God.
They all survived,
gosh.
right? But they like she didn't even know where they came from. They were in her backyard, and they attacked her and her dog. And then
That's
her cat
crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, even my mom won't call me without warning. She'll like text me. She'll be like, I just want to catch up.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I don't know.
those ones are pretty crazy though. But yeah. Anyway, she's fine now. She just got like a little scar here or there. But all right, the jalapeno.
Still a little baby, but I suspect
That's fine. That's fine.
Wait, so-
the ripest
Okay,
one.
so
So
I think
what are the terms and conditions?
Wait,
Because
I
I
should
actually wasn't able to
I should
listen
wash.
to the episode
I should
yet.
wash it off, right, and be like an adult.
But yeah, wash it off. Yeah. I think what we talked about is we're just going to ask Kaz, like, she could talk about her origin story. It's kind of like Hot Ones, right? If you've seen it, where they eat spicy stuff and you ask them questions. So we'll just keep fielding her questions until we don't have any, and then she could drink some milk. But honestly, by the time we finish, it'll probably be like not be spicy anymore. There's no active play Pokemon tours right now. You know, we got some HurricaneKaz lore to dive into. I feel like,
and then we can get her to run through Adventure Week for us.
then talk about Kaz's Korner. What's that pepper Pokemon again? Scoville.
Skull-a-villain, I think.
Scoville. Yeah.
Can you repeat that question for the 5th time?
It's not in the Pokedex yet, and I only use the Go Pokedex.
Fair.
Oh, okay. It's not the Go. I was like, it's in a Pokedex, but not Go Pokedex. Okay. Well, that's good to know. Actually, so that means that everything that's not released in Go yet can't be a question.
Exactly.
Like you were going to study or anything.
Yeah, that's true. I wasn't going to say Scoville
exactly.
anyway. Yeah, you're right.
But that's in my head. In my head, I was like, oh, I should only use the Go Dex because in theory, that's like the game that we all are playing the most.
Yeah. Dude, what a great time it is. You know, I'm just sitting here eating some strawberries, having a great time, and Kaz about to eat a jalapeno, and we're about to hear all about her backstory. We did something similar with Anacorn when he ate the hot chip, actually. So, but that one arguably is pretty hot. All
right, this jalapeno, this baby jalapeno is probably, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 bites. So, so that's all the questions you got.
Well, it's once you eat it and you're still like processing it, we ask you questions, right?
Oh, I thought it was like.
Oh no. We just ask you questions until we run out of questions. But but you know, maybe it's better for you to just share as much as you can in one question, so we have less questions to ask. I have some questions. I'm just curious, right? All right, let's start it up. Just pop it in, and then we'll get it rolling. Oh, you're gonna do a small bites? You're not gonna do the whole thing at once? You should just do the whole thing.
Oh my God!
All right, where's the question?
It hurts already.
Okay. I know you've been in Georgia for a while, but like let's start from the very beginning, right? Like what was your origin of birth, right?
Okay, I was born. Oh God, it hurts.
Also, if you're listening on audio, you gotta watch the video.
Oh my God, it hurts so bad.
She still got like half a jalapeno left at least.
I was born in Ohio, in Akron, Ohio, and then I moved to Indiana as a kid. I don't remember that. And then I stayed there until, I went to college in Savannah, Georgia. And I stayed for college and graduate school. And then I went to live in New York for 5 years. And then I moved back to Savannah for 3. And then I moved to Atlanta. Oh my God, it hurts so bad.
Those are very wild places. They're very different too. Did you meet your husband in Georgia, in Savannah?
I met my husband in Savannah.
The first time around?
Yeah, while we were in college at SCAD. We met as freshmen. Well, I was a freshman. He was a transfer student. I actually told Tristan this story when we were in New Orleans. We met on a school bus because SCAD the way they work in Savannah, they like renovate all the old buildings in the city, so the campus is like all over the city.
If you guys are watching YouTube, she's swatting her hand around.
She's like trying to clean her mouth with her hand.
Yeah.
It burns so bad. And so they have a bus service that takes you all over the city. And so I literally got on the bus at my dorm, and I saw a cute boy, and I was like, I'm gonna sit next to that cute boy.
Ah, making moves. Wait, you sat like in the seat right next to him?
Yeah.
Were there other empty seats that you could have easily sat in?
Oh, yeah.
That's okay. Wow. Did he pick up on the hints, or was it like
he offered to drive her around?
Yeah, he said, I have a car, but I haven't learned my way around. But maybe I can give you a ride in the future. And I was like, here's my phone number.
This is back in the day where things were romantic. These days, I don't think people just hop into random people's cars after. But
oh yeah, and SCAD is terrible now. Like they've started building their own buildings, and like they've pretty much taken over the city. So like I don't even know if the buses are really that much of a thing anymore.
Gotta start thinking about a second bite, Kaz.
All right, Kaz, what's your least favorite Pokemon? And why?
And why? Oh my god. Okay, wait, do I have to take another bite?
You gotta finish it. If you pop the rest in, the spiciness will hit you faster, but it'll go away faster, right? Otherwise, you don't want to prolong the pain. Just get all the way to the stem, You could do it in thirds, but I feel like it's worse in thirds because it's gonna hit you in waves.
Oh, there's so many seeds. Oh, there's so many seeds. Gross. Ah.
Yeah, the seeds are the good part for us.
Okay. My least favorite Pokemon. There are two that are like tied. There's Ambipom and oh my god, what's the
arms?
What's the one that evolves that it's got like eyes in its hands?
That sounds like Pan's Labyrinth, but
the Binnacle type guy.
Yes,
Barbarical.
Oh, it's got eyes for his hands. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah,
like in there.
All right, so why are those your least favorite?
I just like they're creepy. Like they have hands and like other body parts. And I just hate looking at it.
That one is pretty weird. I didn't even notice that, but you're right. I just thought it was barnacles. But
wait, so Kaz, how do you feel about playing some of those like Battle Frontier metas where like Barbacle is good? You have to like play against a Barbacle.
I hate it.
Ambipom's not really super. What I'm guessing is that Kaz doesn't like things with multiple arms too, because the Ambipom has a lot of arms. But Machamp is okay.
I'm not drinking it. My lips are on fire. So I'm just putting the cold glass against my face.
Can that be a Battlecast t-shirt? I'm not drinking it. My lips are on fire.
Also, I'm crying. Oh my god!
I hate.
You know what would be a good Battlecast podcast t-shirt? It's HurricaneKaz, but with like arms, multiple arms, and they have eyeballs on it, and she's holding a jalapeno on each of them.
I'm not drawing that.
That would be amazing. There would be probably two people that buy it, but I'll be one of them.
Yeah, but you'd have to convince Kaz to draw it, and that's the problem.
I think that would be hilarious.
Are we done, Kaz?
No, I think she still has another third left, right?
There's oh my god, it's like full of seeds.
Yeah, this is the fun part. All right, I got a question for you too. Are you an only child?
No,
you have siblings. Okay.
I have one brother who is like, if you imagine, and I think I've told people this before, if you imagine like the complete opposite of me, literally, physically,
big sports guy
in every way. Yeah, he's like, I'm 5'3". He is 6'3".
Oh, what?
He's also got red hair.
Okay.
And he's like, he's pretty beefy because he's in the military. He's an officer in the army.
Wow.
I think he might be a spy, but I don't know.
does he like math?
Huh?
Does he like math and numbers?
No, not particularly. He was also like a big sports guy. I mean, I played a lot of sports as a kid, but it was kind of just like my dad made me.
Yeah.
I didn't really want to. I did like volleyball though a lot. I like playing volleyball and swimming for some reason. Anyway, and he's like again, he's like in the military, so he's like, you know, a little bit of a beefy dude who likes sports and everything, and I'm just this like tiny art nerd.
He's like twice Kaz's size, probably.
I could only imagine what the family photos look like. Wait, he's younger than you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like a year and a half younger than me.
Okay.
Oh.
Kaz, what was your first Pokemon game?
Oh my god, I played the original Pokemon games when they first came to the US. I played Pokemon Blue because I thought Blastoise looked so cool.
So Squirtle was your starter? Or first partner Pokemon?
Yeah. And when I first picked up the game, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how evolution worked. So my first Squirtle, I actually never evolved into Blastoise, even though it looked cool, because I thought Wartortle looked even cooler. And I just kept it as a Wartortle forever.
Wait, so how did you even get into Pokemon though? Like, how did you decide to get the game?
Because I was a kid and it was popular. Kids were talking about it on the playground. So it was just something my parents got for me and my brother. They got us Game Boys and they got us that game.
Wait, okay. Next question. Why doesn't your husband like Pokemon?
It's not that he doesn't like it. He never played it as a kid. So he just never got into it. Okay, I tore off the sides, so this is the last piece.
Okay.
See, it's just the seeds.
Yeah. Fair enough. Next, we'll have to eat every individual seed.
I always wondered on Hot Ones. I'm not a massive Hot Ones viewer, but I've seen a chunk of them.
Yeah, I always wanted to be on it, but I mean, I'm not. It's you have to be famous.
Kaz,
I wouldn't get through the first.
Kaz, is this the spiciest food you've ever eaten?
Yes, I don't handle spicy food well. I always choose to avoid it.
Well, you have a whole jalapeno plant in the backyard. Don't
That's my husband's.
Oh, he likes spice?
He likes spicy food, yeah. I do not. I never even put the jalapenos on anything. He always wants me to put it when I cook because I do most of the cooking because I like cooking better than he does. And he always is like, add a jalapeno. And I'm like, I will not. You can add it to yours if you want. And he's like, then it doesn't cook in. And I'm like, too bad.
All right, how long have you had mittens?
I've had mittens for, oh my God, exactly 9 years.
Exactly 9 years. It's the day.
Yeah. No, well, almost exactly. It'll be 9 years in October because, and here's Mitten's origin story for you, which I think I also told Tristan this when we were in New Orleans because we went and got dinner. So Mittens was an outdoor cat that we are pretty sure was abandoned in Savannah when I lived there the second time. Because there was this one porch that he would hang out on that he never left for a long time. He would come over to our porch and visit because we kept food out there for all the stray cats. There are lots of stray cats in Savannah. But he wouldn't leave the neighborhood. And so we got to know him really well. He was always super friendly and would come up to the porch and hang out with us. My previous cat, Zaphod, who we had already adopted while we lived in New York, we had a mail slot in our door, that literally the mailman would lift up and throw all the mail inside. And my cat, Zaphod, whenever we were outside with Mittens, he would come running down the hallway and he would throw both of his paws out the mail slot because he wanted to make a friend so bad.
Aww.
And he was so confused about why we were out there with this other cat. Anyway, my husband and I were originally supposed to get married in October of 2016. And then Hurricane Matthew came, canceled all of our plans, and we had to evacuate Savannah and postpone everything. And I was big mad about it, right? I had a lot of feelings. And I was literally just stalking around doing everything, so angry. My parents dragged me off to the store to get supplies. And while I was gone, Joe sees Mittens in the garden and he knew we were going to evacuate. He was like, she'll never forgive herself if she doesn't know what happens to this cat. So he literally kidnaps Mittens, grabs him and throws him inside. And when I get home, he's like, don't panic. There is a cat in the bedroom that is not the one we already own. And so we basically, when we evacuated, we kidnapped this cat. I put it in a carrier and we brought it with us. We had no idea what was going to happen. We had no idea about any of the temperament or anything. But he was a perfect angel the entire time. And he was so friendly, and he just wanted to cuddle with everybody. That when we got back, I was like, you're never going outside again. And then a few months later, I was in the garden, and the old lady that kind of like takes the most care of it, she was like, hey, do you ever know what happened to that tuxedo cat that was here? And I was like, oh yeah, he's living his best life in my house, like probably sleeping on a pillow right now. And she was like, oh my God, I'm so glad that he has a good home. And he has never gone outside ever since.
That's amazing.
He's never gone out because he doesn't want to go out, or because you don't let him out?
He's not really interested, but I also don't do outdoor cats. I think they're a danger and a menace to society. And also I would literally hurt myself if something ever happened to a cat that I like let outside. I am so like up in arms and guilty, like if something were to happen to an animal of mine, like even when it's inside and I can control all the things. If I let it outside and like it gets hit by a car, I would just die. I would just die of guilt.
Okay, so changing the subject. So you were mad this hurricane canceled your wedding, but then you made your in-game name HurricaneKaz? How does that add
up?
Great question.
The game was before the hurricane happened.
Oh,
so
true.
I just thought that it would sound cool. And also, I think when I made it up, I was a professor at Scout at that time. I think a hurricane had recently like come through and canceled all the classes, and everybody was like really like annoyed that they had to reschedule like and have a bunch of makeup days. And so I was like, you know what would be fun? Naming myself after that.
Wait, so what did you teach as a professor?
I taught intro level drawing 1, basic drawing concepts drawing 2. And then I taught digital coloring, comic scripting, and intro to design. So a lot of different things. Am I done?
And do you still use those skills in your work today?
Every day. Well, I mean, I think I have like 4 books published. Like comics that I worked on that are published. I'm working on another one right now that comes out this fall. And then obviously I do all the thumbnails for our channel. I do thumbnails for Caleb. I'm doing a thumbnail for Steve.
We're gonna have to link to some Kaz comic books in the YouTube description now.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, the last one I did actually won a bunch of awards. I was really proud of it.
What? Let's go. That's pretty dope. You gotta share
the Junior Library Association of America gave us awards for our comic Tokyo Rose, so I'm really proud of it. It's very good. Everybody go buy a copy.
Linked in the episode description. If not, Caleb will eat something next week.
Yeah.
Drop the link and we'll see. Yeah, I'll eat a strawberry next week.
No, you will eat a habanero.
Okay, I have one final question. So I know you said you're 5'3" and then your brother's 6'3". What was the height of your parents?
I don't know their actual height. I think my mom is like, I want to say like maybe she's a little bit taller than me. Maybe she's like 5'7", something like 5'6", 5'7",
that's
something
pretty
like
tall.
that. My dad is like 6 foot exactly. So.
So your parents are in the middle.
Yeah.
Height wise.
No, it's actually my family. When you look at us, we might not necessarily look at a family like at first glance because like I'm short and have brown hair and like somewhat tan skin. My mom is like really pale and has blonde hair, blue eyes. I have hazel eyes also, by the way. And my dad is like 6 foot and he's super tan and has black hair and dark brown eyes. My brother, as I mentioned, is 6 foot, like 3 or 4, something like that. And he's like pale and has red hair and brown eyes.
So no one's related.
if you look at a photo of us without looking any closer, like it does not look like we are related. I don't think.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. What I gather is Kaz drew the short straw in a literal sense. All right.
She also gave herself the short straw in terms of this bet.
She set it up. She set herself up. She set herself.
I honestly thought that you would not do it immediately. I thought you would be busy that day and do something else and get distracted and forget. I thought, and I made a mistake.
Was it worth the
It's okay.
gamble?
You're one of many, Kaz. You're one of many.
Yeah,
You're in great company with Speediest Chief, Anacor,
and Steve.
And now you're
and now I've earned my homemade green tea and basil simple syrup. Oh my god!
See, what a great time! And I heard that eating spicy food improves your vision too. So
I literally
next week she's going to toss the glasses off. So
I feel like no, my vision. There's no saving my vision. It is so bad.
For what it's worth, that it's not really how peppers work. It's good for your eyesight for some way, but I don't exactly know how.
My eyesight has been so bad since I've had to wear glasses since I was in 3rd grade.
Okay. That's fair.
Well, Kaz.
Yeah.
Do you want to break down Pokemon GO Adventure Week?
I'd love to.
All right. I'll be right back, but get into it. I just need to grab something real quick.
Right.
Oh my god, Toedscool is coming. It's so cute. I love it so much.
It's appropriate because Toedscool's in the key art for Anaheim.
Yes. All right, Adventure Week, Tuesday, July 29th, 10 a.m. to
She's
Sunday,
still struggling a little bit.
August 3rd to 8 p.m. Because I don't eat spicy food. I literally feel I feel so much indigestion right now. My body is like, what have you done to me? I will be paying for this for the rest of the day.
I hope you have some Tums ready.
Yeah, I do. Pokemon debuts. The Wood-Ear Pokemon Toedscool and its evolution Toedscruel will make their Pokemon Go debuts. You can use 50 Toedscool candy to evolve Toedscool into Toedscruel. So it's like Wiglet. It's like a divergent evolution thing. It's not like a regional variant.
It's got its own candy and stuff like that.
Yes, yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, just because I had to Google it, if you're not like me and don't know anything about food, Wood-Ear is a type of mushroom. There you go.
Yes, it is. It is a type of mushroom. And wild encounters, the following Pokemon will appear more frequently in different areas. Also, for the first time in Pokemon Go, you can even encounter shiny Wiglet if you're lucky. So in cities, we will have Snubbull, Trubbish, Elgium, Sizzlipede. Some trainers might encounter Esper if they're lucky. Okay. Forest or grassland, Squovit, Fido, Smoliv, Tadbulb, and some trainers might encounter Toedscool if you're lucky. So
just a little background on Toedscool. It's grass ground type, so the same typing as Torterra. Mm-hmm. And it's actually got some decent bulk. It has very similar stats to Superior. Slightly higher stat product, but pretty similar attack, defense, and stamina, just a tiny bit bulkier. Mm-hmm. That grass
Superior.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's if you look at the rank ones for it's actually not a rank one.
Is it because Tentacool and Tentacruel, they're a little bulky, but not too bulky. So is it it's
I'll
similar,
check
right?
that in a sec. So I looked. If you look rank 1 Toedscool versus rank 1 Superior, they're super close. It's Toedscool is 108.1 attack versus Superior is 108.6. And then 145 defense for the Toedscool, 144.3 on the Superior, and both are 132 stamina.
Oh, it's literally just Tentacruel stats. It's the same stats.
Yeah. Okay.
So there you go. It's about the same bulk as Tentacruel, if you want to find a comparison.
It's funny.
It's the exact same bulk as Tentacruel. Yeah. So that means it could have play in both Great and Ultra League.
Yeah. It's a fun Pokemon. I like it. I like that it's literally the complete opposite of this thing that it evolved from. A water poison type turns into a grass.
Yeah, true. Type. Ground super effective into poison, grass super effective into water.
Yeah.
And then obviously moveset is TBD. We'll see what it has. There's speculations it could have Mud Slap and Mud Shot with like Acid Spray, Earth Power, Seed Bomb, and Wrap. But again, that's subject
Tristan,
to change.
You know we don't get nice things in this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't make too many guesses, but I guess my question in some sense is, does that have any play into the Worlds meta at all? I guess Mud Slap obviously has some play because the Dene exists, but like outside of just that, is there any
Well,
place?
I mean, we also have some we have some poison types like that sometimes show up, you know. It's pretty neutral into like Cradilly, and there's been a lot of Cradilly out there, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously going to struggle some with like some of the bug types, right, and some of the flying types, but I mean, it's definitely got some amount of play. I mean, Mud Slap with like Wrap that can like drop their defense and like boost up your fast move damage, and like it's going to be good into most of the other ground types. Like I would guess it would beat like Diggersby. It would beat. It would resist. So the interesting too with the grass ground typing is it resists the like ground rock coverage that's usually very safe. So something, not that they're like super meta right now, but like things like Dunsparce and Kanto Marowak that have that like very good coverage. This is one of the few things that actually resists that. Interestingly, again, this is a speculative moveset, so it could change, but like if it got that moveset, it actually can lose shields up to Diggersby.
Yeah. Lose the ones, lose the twos.
Oh, because I guess because ground doesn't actually resist fire. So
no, yeah, it's weak to the fire punch, and quick attack is neutral.
Yeah.
But it would be good into some of the other ground types like Quagsire or Kanto Marowak, stuff like that. So,
yeah, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. It's got pretty decent bulk. I just don't know
if Aegislash becomes a big deal, depending on how it works, you know. The steel typing is not going to like any ground moves, so.
The problem is that like it doesn't necessarily have great charged moves into Aegislash.
That's true.
So I guess we'll see how.
That's Acid Spray and then Mud Slap. It's simple.
I mean, you'd probably rather do Wrap with Mud Slap, but
if you have Acid Spray, you can beat Diggersby if you get the shield with Acid Spray bait. So, you know.
All right, we know what Steve's running at Worlds.
This event does take place after the shield and
Aegislash,
yeah, after the Aegislash event. I can't remember what it's called. Something about scales.
Yeah.
That sounds right.
Anyway, we have a couple more habitats.
I think the other big question mark on this event is in past years we've had like a Adventure Week taken over event. So I think a lot of people are holding their breath to see if we'll get that as well or not. Nothing's been announced yet, but like that's traditionally been our like pre-Worlds rocket event to like get potentially new shadows, but also to TM existing stuff. So I know I think it was one of the LNDS guys, I think it might have been Steinar, the other day was posting Niantic, please, we need a rocket event before Worlds. So I guess we'll have to wait and see if we'll get that again. But that's what we had, I think, the last couple years in that like early to mid-August time frame was that like Adventure Week taken over. So I know I'm personally crossing my fingers and holding my breath, really hoping we get that again, but we'll have to wait and see.
I mean, it does seem to line up with the way they've done things in the past, so I don't think I would say it's probably a 90% chance that they still do that,
Yeah, and this event does roll through the beginning of August, so that could be announced as like an early August event if so. So I'm really, really hoping, because we definitely could use a rocket event before Worlds in a big way.
Yeah, if that is going to happen, I wouldn't be surprised if we see that announced like sometime later this week or maybe early next week. So in the mountains, we have. I always confuse myself about how to say this. Hippopotas. The little
enough.
hippo. The drillbur, rufflet. Some trainers might encounter gligar. And on beaches or water, you get Inkay, Marini, Dupitor, Sandygast, and Wiglet.
I think it would be hippopotas.
I just say yes. So we've got 3 different.
Caleb will have to be the tiebreaker. Just ask him how to say the hippo Pokemon did not evolve. Oh, speaking of which,
can I look at how you spell it?
No, just guess. Just speculate wildly.
Dude, I feel like there's a TAMUS somewhere. Hippopotamus, right?
Okay, he's whale. It's spelled like
no. There's no M. There's no M.
Oh, hippopotas. Yeah, because I never say that because you always say hippo down, right?
Yeah.
Hippopotas, or I just say like, hey, does anyone have any like hippos they want to swap for like XL candies?
All right, so if you're listening to this, bring a hippopotas to a tournament Caleb's casting, so he has to pronounce it.
Yeah, that way production will kill him.
it can hit 1500 CP in Great League.
Hey,
so you know what you have to do.
Sounds like a job for someone that's competing at Worlds. Oh wait! Oh, look at this. We got 2 people right here that can just do it for us.
I'm just gonna have like a hard to pronounce Pokemon, 6 of them. Put me on stream.
Hey, hippopotas might be good into Anacores. What is it? Bastidon and what core again?
Ferret core.
Oh, it might lose to the Ferret probably.
Dude, the Ferret, not too bad. The Bastion, I don't know. It doesn't really beat the Dene up shields. Like, it with shields up. Yeah, it's pretty awkward because it just gets
what doesn't?
Bastion.
Bastion doesn't beat the Dene in the 0 shields.
It doesn't?
Dang.
No.
Does it beat
That's
it
the real reason. That's the real reason Caleb transferred his Bastion. It loses all evens to the Dene.
No. You don't even understand. I have never played so much Bastion in this past year until after I transferred it and I built a new one. I was playing a Bastion. It was cooking in GBL too, actually. Lock into a Moltres or Mana Buzz, jump left, you're chilling.
Oh wait, does Electric resist Steel, or is Iron Tail a really bad move? It's just a really bad move. Smackdown.
Wait, Iron Tail. Why would you use Iron Tail? You just Smackdown.
Well, yeah, I see that now, but I was like, oh, well, Iron Tail like super effective into.
No, it's not super effective. It's neutral because Electric can resist it.
Yeah,
so it's neutral.
Resist it, but
so you might
I was asking if the electric typing resisted it. And then
I didn't answer that. I think Tristan answered that. But yeah, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but Iron Tail is pretty bad.
You know it's Smackdown, but it's just like the Dene just outpaces by so much, and it just boosts its attack or defense.
Did you all talk about the? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
And so it just like out neutrals Bastidon, which is like kind of a crazy thing to think about. Especially when it's this squishy little mouse.
Yeah.
Against the king of neutral matchups.
We started speculating about Toedscool, so
yeah, I was going to say, did you all talk about how meta relevant it could be? Because I think it's not bad, right?
It's like got pretty solid. It might not be amazing, but it's not bad. So we said it has the same bulk as Tentacruel because it has the same stats.
Well, you got Mudslap and C-Bomb and Wrap.
Yeah.
It's not bad.
It's not bad. It's not great, but it's not bad.
It's just a matter of how it shapes up against like the current meta, and like I don't know. There's a lot of really good counters out there right now.
Like, and the hard thing with like a Mudslapper right now is like all the bugs. I guess like if we were predicting like Golisopod and Araquanid to like take up in usage after like they finish first and second at NAIC, like those are tough matchups for like a Mudslapper in particular.
Mm-hmm.
And then you still have some flyers like Mandibuzz and Galarian Moltres. But like it certainly has potential. Like I could see, I don't think it'll be like necessarily super common, but I could see a few people having success with it. Sort of like that's sort of where it could end up. But again, I think I don't remember, was it Kaz or Steve? I think Kaz was saying too that the Mudslap could be handy for like an Aggie Slash. Obviously the charge moves are awkward because you're resisted, but like there's a lot of potential meta shifts with like this and Aegislash coming out in the next few weeks. So
yeah, it all just depends on what, like, first of all, how Aegislash works, which we still don't know, and also what moveset this new Pokemon ends up getting. Because I mean, I don't know. I was saying that I don't trust new Pokemon getting good movesets anymore. Like, we can't have nice things in this game.
Kaz says we don't know. Maybe Niantic doesn't even know.
Yeah. It's honestly possible.
Well, here's the thing, right? When they give us something good, people complain about it, and all of a sudden you don't got Fury Cut on Aegislash anymore, So like, it's like, I don't really blame the Pokemon Go staff for making adjustments, because it's what's that phrase called? Doomed if you do, doomed if you... It's not doomed.
Yeah, it's another D word.
Wait, what is it?
Wait, what? Word.
Wait, what? Wow. What's the word?
DA.
I don't even know where you're going with this. Oh!
I literally typed it in the chat because I don't.
I just didn't know if we want to say that.
This is I didn't know if we.
It's not a crazy word, but I wouldn't say on a Pokemon Go broadcast. So, but I think it's fine for our podcast. But it is. It is what it is. I think the general ruling on just swearing in general, for if anyone's actually curious, from like a Pokemon like content creator or like perspective, is that it's not like every Pokemon content creator never swears, but context is also important, right? Because you're just like, you just say expletive like, oh, blank, because I messed up. It's like a little understandable, and they're not going to just like, never partner with you again, right? Assuming it's not like every other word, based on my understanding. But if you're like, but if I'm like, if I lose a bet versus Steve, I'm like, oh, that Steve's a blank, right? That's not good, right? Because that's very aggressive. It's directed at someone else, right?
Yeah.
Not seen as good. So anyway, just a little insight for anyone that maybe wants to have any future collaborations with the Pokemon brand. Check your vocabulary, right? I think that's just general good rule of thumb, though, on like social media and stuff, for just general employment purposes. Because either have another account that doesn't have any ties to your real identity, or just keep it to yourself or control yourself online. Because
Caleb's the expert of other accounts that don't have real ties to his identity.
What do you mean? What's that?
Caleb Peng.
Oh. Yeah, I just lay it out there, that's because people have like Instagram stories. You have like a close friends tab. I don't even use that. I'm just like, whatever. If I'm not going to post it where like I like, if it's like that private, I'm not going to post it for some views. I'll just send it to him directly, right? Like I was just like, I don't have a close friends tab at all. It is what it is. But okay, was that pretty much it for the event?
That's pretty much nothing else.
I mean, there's the usual like timed research and field research
and paid ticket, right?
Paid ticket.
It's all in there. You can look if you want.
Yeah. Nothing super, like, there's no, as far as this post goes, like, there's no new outfits, no new poses, like nothing super exciting, just sort of all the standard stuff.
Okay.
Speaking of paid tickets, I think some people were annoyed the current event, the collection challenges, to catch those. There's like one Pokemon in each collection challenge that you either have to get from raids or from like a paid ticket. So some people were a little annoyed about that.
Do we care about collection challenges?
No. Okay, I will say I used to a lot, and then there was that one incense one where you had to get like incense a like Weeping Bell or something. It was like during EYC, I remember.
Right.
I just couldn't get one. You had to drop like a grassy lure, and I just couldn't get one. I missed that one, and after that, I've just been like, I don't even check the collect. If I do it, I do it, but like I just forget to even collect them half the time, even if I do complete it.
Yeah, once you miss one, like I think I missed one once, and I was like, it's like, okay, well, I can never get that back, so I might as well just not care at all.
Yeah. It's kind of like Go Battle League. I used to never try to miss a single battle, but then once I did, I was just like, oh, it's not that bad to miss a few battles here or there.
Well, once you break the FOMO, it all goes from there.
Yeah.
Quite frankly,
but I know the collection challenges do have the Scarf Lappers, so people are wanting to get that. But
okay,
then there's other people that
like you've essentially got to pay one raid to essentially get a Scarf Lapras. If they put Scarf Lapras in raids, people would sort of be in the same spot, right? So
I mean, it is in raids.
Oh, so who cares? What are we talking about?
I guess because people get up in arms about like
anything.
Lapras. I think
a lot of things.
Yeah, I mean there are a lot.
The real question is, when is Steve doing these Tatsugiri raids?
Yeah.
Steve, when are you doing them? We all would like to know.
I will say, because I was like, oh, well, I have to get one, especially just I don't think it's going to be good for Worlds, but just in case, I don't want to get caught out. So I was like, I looked at Campfire on my like route home from work, but there wasn't anything on the way, so I'm just going to wait until eventually one.
Well, Steve, you might need more than one if you want to Great League.
Oh wait, really? What's the deal? Is it like trade?
So it's like no. So it's like, I think if you get like a 10, 11, 10 or something, it's like $14.99.
Dang.
So it's like really low IVs from a raid, or you have to trade it.
That's sucky. Okay. Well, yeah, you're right then. I'm gonna have to do maybe a few, or I get lucky on my first. One way or the other.
Yeah, so like it's possible from raids, but I don't remember the exact spread. But I think it's like a 10, 11, 10 or 10, 11, 11 or something. It's like $14.99.
I'll tell you, I've been walking around the past few days, and yesterday when the event started, and I haven't seen one. Like, I haven't seen very many 1-star raids available, like where I am.
I just got lucky that one popped up at the airport while I was waiting for my flight yesterday, so that was super convenient for me. But I haven't really been looking otherwise.
There's one near me that starts in 36 minutes. Oh no, it ends in 36 minutes. So we'll wrap this podcast up. Like, okay, thanks you guys for watching.
Well, we do have some stuff to talk about in relation to raids, but before we get there, it's Kaz's corner time.
Yo, been a while.
Are there any spicy Pokemon for the topic today?
No. Hold on, I gotta scroll to find it because I wanted to do one about Wiglet.
Oh,
there we go.
That is topical.
Yeah, since I saw I kind of changed it at the last minute since I saw the Adventure Week announcement. I still to this day have only ever seen one Wiglet, and I was nowhere near a body of water, so I don't know how that happened.
I just remember last year at the LA Regional, there were so many people that were like playing a quick excursion to go out by the beach so they could catch their first Wiglet. Because it was like people coming from like the middle of the country where it's like landlocked. Like I know like Arrow did that because he's from Texas, and like several others when they came to LA.
I was in the Appalachian Mountains, and I think I made a post about this on Twitter because I like saw there was like the only spawn near me was like a single Blitzel, and I clicked on it and it was like a beach background, and I was like, excuse me, this is a mountainside. And then a Wiglet popped up, and I was like,
hey,
okay,
take it.
All right, I take it all back. I'm definitely at the beach.
I kind of forgot that Wiglet was like sort of not a rare spawn, but like actually inaccessible to a lot of people.
Not everyone's Australian, Steve.
Yeah. That turns out crazy info.
So this is actually a pretty simple question.
Okay.
What is Wiglet's strongest sense? As in like the 5 senses.
I mean, I have a guess.
It's got to be 1 to 5, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Let me Google the
guy.
Well, I've seen the movie The Sixth Sense, you know.
It's Wiglet can see ghosts.
Yeah. Turns out his best friend is a Gengar.
No, it's only fainted.
Oh, okay. I might be changing my answer now.
This is really tough because I'm like, I feel like there's something that's really throwing me off right now.
It's one of those things where you think you might know.
Can I watch?
But then
can I? Excuse me, Kaz. Can I have permission to watch a YouTube video of Diglett, please?
No. There's no way.
No. You can look at a picture.
Okay.
You can look at a picture.
Specifically Diglett, not Wiglet, but I understand.
All right. So for those that don't know, the 5 senses are see, hear, touch, taste, smell.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not sure.
All right.
And once again, the 6th sense of seeing dead things.
Yes, which is an acceptable answer. Feel free to throw that on, guys, if that's what you think it might be.
Feel free to answer that.
I'm ready.
Okay, I guess I'll...
I feel like it's one of 2 things, and I hope I don't pick the wrong one.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go for this. I'm locked in.
Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, send.
Dang.
What?
You are all incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Is it smell?
I was like, what do you taste?
It's smell.
Yeah.
Oh, dude.
Smell.
Okay, so I was gonna put smell because it's got this giant red nose. I was like, I feel like it's throwing me off.
That's what I wanted to know. I didn't know if it was a nose or a mouth, and I wanted to see like Diglett, like how he talked.
Well, I feel like touch is because it's like diggling. I mean, diggling.
Well, that's why
digging through the ground.
Diggling?
Right?
I'm sorry, diggling?
That's why it was like it's one of two things, and I was like, it's either touch or smell.
Why do you think smell? Was it because of the nose?
Because of the nose.
Yeah. It's not, you're not really hearing much on the ground, right?
Yeah.
Right.
The Pokemon, the Pokedex entry says this Pokemon can pick up the scent of a Veluza, which is another small fish Pokemon, from over 65 feet away, and will hide itself in the sand to get away from the predatory fish.
Wait, I'm curious, Steve. What's your scene number for Wiggly?
Scene? I don't know. It wouldn't be that high because, like, I don't like where I live is not the beach.
Yeah, mine
like
literally says seen 1, caught 1.
I'm seeing 10, caught 7.
Okay, because I think I've seen. Well, I actually caught my first Wiglet in Honolulu Worlds just because
I've seen 17, caught 13.
Hadn't been to the beach. Seen 13, caught 11. Because I don't actually go to the beach that often. In the grand scheme, well, like if I go, I'm also not playing Pokemon Go. Is also the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, just in generally speaking, Steve isn't playing Pokemon Go. So.
That is also a fair comment.
Yeah.
But, you know, if I'm going to the beach, I'm going with a bunch of the lads, and I'm not planning on looking at my phone too much on the whole.
You need to convince the lads to play some Pokemon Go.
That ship's long sailed. They will not be doing that. That's all right.
But, I mean,
You know, it was funny. I visited family this weekend and actually got one of my little cousins to re-download Pokemon Go.
I tried to.
And the next thing I know, he's like running over to the park a few blocks away to do a Samurott raid.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Well, he said he stopped playing because he lives in South Dakota, so there wasn't like much going on in game. But it's
fair.
Probably been a couple years. But like he came and like visited us where my grandparents were, so there was like a little more happening there. But yeah.
The last time we were visiting my husband's family in Tennessee, I tried to get my niece to download it again because she like used to play it. But now she just almost exclusively plays Pikmin Bloom, and she got my husband to download Pikmin Bloom. No one wants to play Pokemon with Katie. I see.
Wait. Did Pikmin Blooms go to Scobly or did it stick with Niantic?
Dude, okay, so this is my question just in general too. Who owns Pokemon Go right now? Because we'll talk about it when we get to the T topic too. But people are still like, Niantic Help is still responding to stuff.
Yeah,
I think we're still saying Niantic. So it's still Niantic. It's still not Scopely.
Well,
I thought it was supposed to the takeover was what happened after GoFest.
I think it's the same team. Like it's the same team.
Sure, yeah.
People,
but they're still using like Niantic accounts, which is
right. Okay, so my understanding is because I think I saw like a post that like the actual like deal like already went through, but my understanding from talking to people is sometimes these sort of like corporate transitions and takeovers like actually take a period of time to like fully go through. So like it could be like a few months up to like a year time before it's like fully transitioned over. So like
that's a long time.
I don't know, but like I also don't know if they'll just like rename Niantic Help to like Scopely Help or how that's gonna work. But like
they still have games to talk about, so
yeah,
I'm sure that it'll still. But like basically, as soon as Niantic is no longer on the loading screen of Pokemon Go, that's presumably when it's kicked over.
Also, I've noticed that like if you look at like Scopely's like Twitter /X bio, I don't see like Pokemon Go listed there at the moment either. Last I checked, but that was like a week or two ago.
Well, because like corporate mergers are not like even once the things have been signed and like money has changed hands, like it takes more than that for like the actual sort of ownership and day-to-day like management to kind of shift over. While coincidentally, since I talked about it earlier, like while I lived in New York, I worked at a company called Comixology, and they got bought by Amazon. And it took a long time before like our branding and leadership and everything like didn't have kind of our, the Comixology logo on it, and it was all like Amazon stuff. So. Who knows? But yeah, I'm with Steve. Like whenever the Niantic logo goes away, that's like when I'll consider it done.
Yeah, and like we just got a new loading screen too, so
yeah,
I haven't got rid of the logo yet.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's in some sort of like in between like transition period, and like obviously I don't think anyone besides the internal parties like know the specifics of that transition, but we're sort of just in like a waiting period for stuff to shift over.
Yeah.
I just got this little shiny Galarian Meowth from the...
Oh, look at who opened his game!
To look at my Wiglets, and all of a sudden,
You're welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome, Steve.
Now invite us all to a Tatsugiri raid.
If you want to let me go for 10 minutes, I can.
I mean, is it in range? Like, can you remote into it and invite us? And
I'm not using a remote pass. Come on.
No. You can remote into a raid, invite people, and then back out and not use the pass.
Oh.
It lets you invite people.
Yeah.
I mean, I could.
I'll use the remote pass.
I could do that. I could. Yes, I can physically see it. If you're so interested.
I'm just saying I would buy a remote pass to do that and get the curly one.
Yeah, I can do that for you if you'd like, but
yes,
do it.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, individually, tell me when you're ready to go. But I guess while that happens, I suppose time to talk about the championship series.
Yes.
I suppose because there have been 3 new tournaments announced. I wasn't going to say regionals because there's now a Toronto regional, a Prague regional, and a Turin special championship. In all over the shop, to be honest with you. It wasn't like a Toronto's in January 16th to 18th. Prague is April 25th to 26th, and then Turin is June 6th to 7th. So we've actually got a replacement for Bologna, I guess, as the tournament that passes over into June. And it's only like the week before NAIC as well. So I guess we're actually going to have an extra meta in the brand new season for the first time for the championships. We're going to have 3.
Right, yeah.
Interesting.
Well, and PJCS would be a 4th, right?
And PJCS, yeah, you're right.
Right, it'd theoretically be Turin, NAIC, PJCS, and then Worlds.
Yeah. It's sort of everyone sorted except the non-Japan APAC as something close-ish, I suppose. Because at least, I mean, not like it's easy for Latin Americans at the southern tip, but... Regardless, yeah, like those exist. The interesting thing is Prague, especially because I'm pretty sure that like they don't have locals at this point. So, if they had anything, I would have thought that would have been a special championship to avoid like the laws and whatnot. But maybe maybe they're solving it, and maybe there's going to be a locals announcement soon. Who knows? But
yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But that is a good point. I didn't even really have that click.
Yeah. I heard a lot of people complaining that Toronto is once again in the middle of winter.
Yeah.
I don't understand some of the dates for some of these. Like Toronto ends up in like December or January, and then you have like LA was in like late May, and it's like, why don't we do like LA or this time like Las Vegas in like December, January, and then do Toronto in like the spring or the early fall or something like.
I'm sure they have, deals with the venues and stuff like that.
Yeah. And probably some that haven't gone through yet, which we don't have the full schedule. But
yeah, for sure.
Although I will say, most of the regions are hammered out outside of like
outside of
Australia, but I mean Australia.
Yes. Here's the thing about Australia, by the way.
It's
ESL
called ESL.
Australia, yeah, ESL Australia said
that's the thing
that they're going to be announced in the sort of post Worlds. Bunch of like there should be multiple tournaments announced after Worlds, which includes the Australian ones. And they were like, oh yeah, we missed the first window, so they have to go into the next window. We didn't have a choice. Like this is just when the next announcement batch is going to be. All of a sudden we have 3 regionals being announced out of nowhere. So I don't know what that was all about, and maybe like I don't know if I don't know what the deal is, but we were told that they came in specific waves from Pokemon. As in, this is what ESL said. Maybe they're mischaracterizing. So I don't know what the date.
Yeah, I mean the only thing that I know is like the initial announcement when they like announced the first set of regionals and they announced like the travel stipends and all that stuff. In the post, it was like, stay tuned after World for more announcements about the 2026 season, including like the remaining regional dates or something like that. I don't remember the exact verbiage, but it was along those lines of like more season information in terms of like structure and details, as well as more events coming like sometime post Worlds. So we'll have to stay tuned for that, but that'll theoretically be a fairly big one because we're still missing a bunch of NA regionals. We're missing all the Aussie regionals and any additional season info to come. So just sort of waiting for that to see what's in store.
Yeah, like there's definitely some other regional is going to be in the Southeast US. I don't know where, but there's got to be at least one.
Nah, Southeast doesn't need anything. They're fine.
We need so many things. Send help.
Because Southeast has been what, like, we've had Atlanta, we've had like Orlando. There's been. Do you consider like Charlotte and Knoxville Southeast US as well? So, so like probably one or two of those locations again, maybe, or something new. I don't know.
I think just one. Because I mean they're kind of limiting how many events they do in general, so I really think like one kind of per area is what their base goal is.
Yeah, let's not forget about Daytona Beach, you know.
Not Orlando for sure.
Caleb, you should make a bet with someone about Daytona Beach.
I'm not making any bets about that, man. That's I'm not confident that it. I don't think it is. My guess would be Orlando based on general past years, but that little light on the map trailer thing does look a little bit off. So
Light theory. Yeah, right after the regional in Horse, I think.
The thing with that is I don't even know how many big airports are there. Like, how do people even fly into that? That's almost like hosting like an event at Anaheim. I mean, I get it. It's a big venue, but yeah, if you fly into LAX, it's $100 plus Uber.
Yeah, that's why you just fly into Santa Ana. That's the play.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talked about this before, but if you fly into Santa Ana, usually the flights are more expensive because there's less flights. So it kind of like sometimes it might even out depending on where you're flying in from. But
I'm flying into LAX because I didn't want to.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, if you have some friends in the area and they could like carpool with you and stuff, it's not too bad, right? But
hey, friend in the area. You want to come give me a ride?
What time do you get there?
I think it's around like noon.
Yeah, no, Caleb's a chauffeur service.
What day? What day?
The Battlecat chauffeur.
No. What day do you arrive though?
I think Wednesday.
He's probably going to be there for
stuff, right?
Yeah,
I might have to be. Yeah, I might be there ready for rehearsals and stuff. So, but there's a lot of LA folks here.
Yeah, I was going to say we still don't have any West Coast regionals announced yet. Like, there's Vegas, but nothing out on the coast. Like, no.
What did that trailer show? Wasn't there like a San Diego or something or looking watch?
No, I think there was one in like the Pacific Northwest.
Oh, okay.
Presumably there would probably be like something in California because there's usually either like a San Diego or a Sacramento or
like Sacramento's
Fresno
nice.
For some weird reason.
I don't think we're going back to Fresno, but that could
I hope not. That was the weirdest and dumbest decision in my opinion.
I mean, it was fine for me in terms of my personal success with it, but there wasn't a lot of people there, and it was the last regional of the year. It was like pretty. It was pretty packed for the venue size, but there weren't a lot of VG or TCG players there either. It was a smaller Go tournament for sure too. So,
but presumably, I would guess like a San Diego or a LA or a Sacramento or something, and then probably like a Portland or Vancouver, both. I don't know.
Yeah.
Actually, probably not both because they did Vegas, so that's presumably like one of the West Coast ones, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Because like we haven't had we haven't had anything sort of in that like just like mountain region in a while. Like Salt Lake was the last time, I think. And when we had Salt Lake, there was less out on the coast, so I don't know.
Yeah. But we shall see. Stay tuned on that. All right, let's head to our Grassroots segment. I think this is just Josh's segment. at this point.
Yeah, basically.
What's going on?
I guess it's still here from last week. I don't know. We did the week 2 Clash of the Casters thing. I guess don't wait for week 3 because it's not coming. But Rosha Babyface.
It's not coming. Oh, it's already concluded.
It's not real. It's done. it's finito. Yeah.
Okay.
Rosha Babyface 2-time champ. Which is kind of
pretty impressive.
The guy's pretty good, I guess. Pretty he's impressive. Just never lost. He's 10-0 against the commentators.
That's kind of crazy. Maybe I should be stealing his team instead of Axon's.
Well, he was running the Ash Nash EMRA team.
Of course.
Dude, I should have known. I should just run that team. No, I'll give props to Axon though, because he played it well. But when I played it, man, his team was not that easy to run. I mean, maybe I just didn't know like certain lines to build and stuff, but like I was struggling. Like
maybe
I felt
you just didn't know your Aragwadin matchups as well.
Dude, I was like trying to play out of my mind. I mean, you should have saw me and Steve's matchups, man. I was going crazy with it. Oh wait, so you don't need the footage anymore, right? Oh, I forgot to upload that one.
Yeah, I just had it on my YouTube, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, that's right. Kind of the best battler in battle around. Beat Caleb Peng. So.
Didn't you RPS me in all 3 games and like the second one barely timed out and I won one of them? Like
hard to say exactly. I don't know. The jury's out on all of that, but hey,
look, I didn't upload the footage, but I still have the footage. Okay, so
sounds like you might have to watch PvP Steve's YouTube channel to see what happens.
If you want to see my perspective, I will
Post it. Upload it.
It's fine. I mean,
he's not uploading a second of that thing.
It's just so like it's just like, oh, okay, here's one random best of 3 against PvP Steve in a Grassroots tournament with no context.
And I lost.
Enjoy, everyone.
Yes. Yeah, I think I immediately messaged him after winning. It was like, I'm an RPS merchant.
Yeah, that's exactly what you said.
Wait, like, so did you run your same NAIC team, or did you switch it up to something more RPS, or what happened?
I was running the Ash and Nash EMR.
Yeah, I don't think his team was RPS. He just RPS'd me.
Yeah. I just hard read whatever he was going to bring. I was like, he's bringing Arachnid. Let's put Mandibuzz in there.
Yeah.
Just put things in the right spot.
Like I said, I kept it close. I even won one then, but it was it's not a fun time.
Steve, so like who rounded out the top like 4?
So it was Rosha Babyface in first, Dr. Trotter from Aussie coming in second, and then third place was kind of tied 3 ways between Ice Chris from LATAM, Steps from LATAM, and might have been Tomahawk UK, I think. But
these LATAM casters are dominating.
Yeah, LATAM kind of going off. But
I mean, I will say too, out of the people that quit out of the tournament, I think most of them were EU and NA.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, there were a few dropouts from Nighttime Clasher, Inadequates, Rise to Occasion. But
did they drop out because they didn't start off good, or they just didn't have the time and they like left with a good record?
I think both. Not with that good a record. I mean, Nighttime Clasher went 2-1 and then dropped.
They rage quit.
But hey, I came 9th, and that's all that matters.
I just trucked on through, but it is what it is.
Anyway,
all right.
Steve, where's our remote raid invite?
Okay, here's the problem, Kaz.
Dang it!
I don't have a remote pass.
This is so well timed because let's talk about our tea topic. It just happens to be about raids.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So this is when I also noticed that the whole Scopely takeover might have not happened yet because a lot of people were pinging Niantic help on this stuff. But essentially, I believe Kestrel was the one that posted in a campfire
community ambassadors.
Okay, yeah. So the way the information was passed around wasn't like on like really official methods, but I guess at the same time too, I don't know if like Pokemon Go would post this on their official communication channels. It's kind of like if people don't know about it, it's probably best people don't know about it, right? It's for people that do know about it will probably need to know the most. But they essentially, so for those that don't know and don't do it, right? Because I'll tell you why in a second. There's a way to get into gyms and raids in particular. I think they don't work for shadow raids. They don't work for max battles and stuff, but they work for like regular raids, I think. Maybe they work for shadow raids. I don't even know. But you essentially like take advantage of their like drift distance mechanic. So they have like an anti-drift feature where essentially, if you drift a little bit outside the gym, you don't get instantly kicked out. Otherwise, that'd be really frustrating. So I think people have found a way around it where you could just hop in a gym if you're within that drift radius range. I think it's like probably like 100 meters.
100 meters seems
Probably.
about.
I think 100 meters sounds right.
Yeah.
I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
It's whatever.
I wonder
it's
if
whatever.
it depends on what part of the hemisphere you're on too, or not hemisphere, latitude.
True.
Because your interaction range with like a gym and Pokestop is like crazy far if you're like in the north or probably the south, right? But the closer you're to the equator, the distance to interact with like a Pokestop and gym is crazy different.
Yeah,
it's actually
further from
like,
you.
If you're in the equator, you have to be like on top of the gym, dude. I've seen screen recordings or I was just like coaching a patron of mine. He was in like northern Germany. He's spinning a stop from like a mile away. I was like, how? He's like, oh, I can always reach it from here. I was like, what? But it's because it's not like actually a mile away, but it's like pretty far, like over 100 meters away. Because I guess it's something to do with like the further you're away from the equator, the easier to interact. I don't actually know exactly like the science behind it and how that affects.
This is news to me.
Oh, really? Yeah. Well, no. So, for example, Tristan, you could spin stops that are further from you than I can because you're higher up north.
Right. Interesting.
So
I will say, as a quick aside, I do find it frustrating that like the spin like distance is greater than the like distance that you get lure spawns, because I've had times where I've put up a lure because I'm like, oh, I can reach the stop, but I'm actually out of range of getting the lure spawns. Yeah. That can be frustrating. And then you just like waste the lure that you can't actually reach.
Yeah.
But anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So there's like a distance that like once you hop in a raid, like you can go that distance from the gym and like not get kicked, which is like Caleb said, I think it's anti-drift, but it's also just like a convenience factor. So like you can like if you're like playing on foot or something, you can like hop in the raid and like start walking away maybe to the next gym or something. Right. There's a distance you don't get kicked. So
there's like 10 seconds away or something. Yeah.
So there's that. Basically, my understanding is it's like that distance is the distance that you can essentially like manipulate your phone to like glitch into the raid and like use like a orange or green pass, even though you're not physically at the gym. And so that's been something that's been in the game for like a few years, is my understanding. And like it's just been around. Like obviously some people have known about it, but other people haven't, I guess. But
I think it's almost like akin to quick catching. Because like it's not like an intended mechanic either. But it's still something you can use.
It's a bit more. It's more of a gray area compared to quick catching, though, for sure.
Sure. Yeah. What I'm trying to say is like it's not an intended mechanic, right?
Yeah.
But it's something that you're able to do, and I think like if they were to turn off the anti-drift safe or flexibility there, then you probably wouldn't be able to do this. But I feel like that's probably more frustrating for the majority of players that are playing it like kosher and doing whatever they can, because then you drift a little bit outside range, which can happen even if you're on top of the gym. Then you just get kicked out of the raid. So I don't think they're getting rid of that, but I think essentially what they're doing is you can still do it, but you will get flagged for it. You might get banned. You might, all this stuff. So yeah, and I think Niantic / Scopely is gonna probably hold a pretty hard line to this. So if you've been doing this, we recommend you don't. And if you haven't done it, we recommend you don't start, because it ain't worth it. Just walk a little bit closer to the gym if you can. But yeah, I think it's probably frustrating for some people that got used to this kind of lifestyle, but it is what it is. And I think
I think that the biggest frustration points are like, I think there's a few things. First of all, like there's still like loads of spoofers around that Niantic hasn't taken action against, and it's like they're really gonna like action people for like basically like sort of force drifting like 100 meters rather than people that are spoofing halfway across the world.
Okay, let me push back against this so hard instantly. There are murderers on planet Earth that have not yet been caught. That doesn't mean that they can't go start punishing people with lesser crimes.
I actually really like that analogy, Steve. I was going to say something similar, and not that spot on of an analogy, but what I was going to say is like recently I had a friend that messaged me, and he's like, "Hey, one of my friends and his girlfriend got their accounts banned. And I'm wondering if like anyone at like Niantic or Pokemon Go staff, whatever, and can help like look into this and see if they could appeal it because they got permanently banned." I was like, "Well, what did they do?" It's like, okay, so they spoofed, but it wasn't their first offense. However, it was their first offense. What happened is they bought their accounts from a previous spoofer.
Oh my god.
So it was technically their second offense. So instead of like I don't know what the ban offense, usually a punishment is like a month ban or something, but because these accounts already were banned prior, this is their second time offense of spoofing, and they got permanently banned. And so he was like, "Hey, do you know anyone at Niantic that could maybe help us out with this?" I was like, I can ask the question, but I think this is like, there's a couple of things that went wrong here, right? One, the first time spoofing, maybe not their fault, but they don't know. I mean, I don't know them, right? Who knows? It could have been them doing it, and they just said they bought it. Number two, account sharing, not really. It's also against TOS. Buying account for someone else, it's definitely probably against TOS too, right? I haven't read it specifically, but I'm pretty sure that also falls in the line of account sharing. Number three, then you spoof again. And of course, I asked the question. They're like, nah. This is a pretty clear cut line. These accounts won't be recovered. So I hear what Tristan's saying, but I think it's just for the people that do get caught, they are really getting banned. It's just that, I'm sure they're flying on a radar. Maybe it's their first offense. Maybe they just haven't gotten caught yet, but yeah, it's not worth it in my opinion to do the gym raid stuff or spoofing all these things because, I mean, unless you don't care for your account, like I think most people this year have spent years, maybe some almost a decade at this point playing their accounts, right, and spent money on it. And you don't want stupid things like this, especially when you're forewarned, to just cost it for you, right?
Oh, for sure.
To be clear, I think it's like totally reasonable. Anyone that's done it before, like this, like anyone that's done it before, I don't even think it's a crime, really. Like I know that you're sort of
it wasn't clarified, right?
But it's like, fair enough. Yeah, it's just like quick catch. It's just exploiting the game a little bit. But now that they've said like we will start banning for this, do not do it.
Yeah, like look, I don't have kids or anything, but I get it. Like, let's say if you have a child and they want to like catch something on your account, be like, "Oh, Dad, can I catch something?" Be like, sure. Technically against TOS, your kid did it, right? But like, it's just like those, it's like little gray areas that like, unless like they specified like, yeah, you're not supposed to count here. If we ever suspect a child threw that Pokeball instead of you, right? That's probably not the best analogy now that I think about it, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, that's that. Whether you're angry or upset about it, or you could care less, you can let us know down below in the comments. But all we're doing is informing you all.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. The one other thing that I find frustrating is like the fact that, like, I understand that they're taking a stance against this and they're trying to spread the word, but like they're like the fact that there's not any sort of formal communications, and it's like they're like they've only shared it via community ambassadors who have mostly only shared it via campfire groups, and it's like there could be people out there that are not in any of these campfire groups and aren't getting that information. So it's like, if you're going to take a stance, like, sure, that's your prerogative, but like I feel like it needs to be a little more explicit. And like I just find it frustrating in general, like when they don't just make official comms. Like I remember there were times in the past where it was like Smear got banned from Little Cup, and instead of like Niantic tweeting about it, they have like Kim for the battles and like Go Stadium tweeting to share the news. And it's like there's so many people playing the game that aren't following Go Stadium or for the battles on like Twitter,
or even on just like on Twitter in general, let alone following.
And I mean that too,
even if you're following, you still might miss it too. Like
right, so like it's just in general, that's my frustration, is like the lack of official comms in general. And like the fact that they just go through these sort of like backdoor avenues that like reach way less people, and like I don't know, I don't really love that. Like I wish they would just sort of pony up and just say what needs to be said so that everyone is aware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do agree with that. That's fair.
Yeah. I think if they don't want to explicitly tweet out or send a in-game, like, I think what they should do is in-game notification to say, hey, please read our updated terms of services. That's it. You don't have to point out to something. Obviously, a lot of people aren't going to read it. Majority of people probably won't. But you at least key in on, like, oh, wait, you might talk to your friend and be like, why did we all get this notification? Like, oh, you didn't read it, but I read it. Like, don't do that rate trick anymore.
I mean, like I'm sure, like, the actual number, like, big reason for this one in particular is they really don't want to bring attention to the trick, because obviously, as soon, like, anytime there's like a PvP breaking bug, as soon as someone makes a video or talks about, like, oh, there's this bug, we need it.
Then why would they do it if they already said they're going to ban you?
Way more people do it
for you, right? Okay, I got a question for you all. Do you think it's a bluff? Do you think, like, they're actually not tracking, but they want to scare you into thinking they're tracking? Because, like, I mean, that's a lot of work to monitor all this stuff, right? Do you think they're actually just like, we'll scare them so people won't do it anymore? But because at the same time too, like, huh?
I mean, the other thing I know
it's
is
also
like,
a lot of work to pretend like it's.
No. Oh no. What I'm saying is, because in my mind, I don't think it's a big deal if you tell the whole world, because if more people find out about this, but they can actually just straight up ban you for it. Why would they care? There's just more people to ban then, right? But my guess is, like, what I'm wondering is maybe they disseminate this information more, subtly, because for those that need to know, find out, but they might not actually be enforcing the ban. They're just, like, they're getting us to self-police a little bit. I feel like this is kind of like the phone rocker defit stuff, because there's no, like, clear punishment on that, but they have, like, oh, here's the walk star, right? And you got, like, public shame on it, and be like, whoa, that looks a little bit sketch, Steve. Walking to the moon and back in the past week, right? What's going on?
That is so funny, though.
Right? Like, I wonder if something like that. I don't know. I mean, I'm speculating. I wouldn't chance it.
I know the other thing is they said they're looking into, like, trying to patch it, which is definitely valid, and the easiest way to just patch it so that people can't do that and there's no risk of people getting banned, blah blah blah. But I know there were also some people that were frustrated because they're like, there's been glitches in PvP and there's been raid bugs and, like, I lose passes all the time, and Niantic's not trying to fix any of that, but then they're focusing all their attention on things like this, and I think some people are just frustrated by sort of where the priorities are at too, which I think is a valid take as well. But
well, yeah, because again, the lack of messaging, a lot of the times, that's what helps to create that confusion and frustration. Like, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, the more that they think, like, oh, it's not worth telling, like, causing alarm or telling people about or whatever, the more people tend to worry about those things because they don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know how true it is on the banning aspect, but I wouldn't chance it. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, let's talk about some YouTube comments and stuff to wrap things up, and Podbean comments, because there's one from Jen as well. So I think our last episode, it was only posted like 2 days ago. So
I'm sure she's probably shaming me for making a bet with you.
No, not quite.
And then she's gonna listen to this episode and be like, done told her.
Oh, not just
she
you. I feel
shouldn't
like a
listen.
lot
She
of
better
people are
watch.
gonna roast you
She
here.
better watch this episode. Kaz, like, fanning her mouth for like 10 minutes straight was pure entertainment.
Great content right there. I'm glad I buy no habanero myself. All right, Bish Lasagna says, well, Kaz has been listening since episode 1 and never skipped one so far. I might not comment on all, but in here enjoying the... Oh, sorry. It says, well, Kaz, I've been listening since episode 1 and never skipped one so far. I've like misread it. I might not comment on all, but I'm here. But in here listening, enjoying the podcast. Merch looks amazing. Need to grab one for myself. Oh, well, thank you, Bish Lasagna, for the support and the dedicated fanship too. From, man, that's a lot of years. Man, I'm just trying to imagine, like, who I was as a person when this podcast first started. And that in itself.
Well, the thing that I discovered is, like, trying to check the YouTube comments, is that there's actually only episode 77.
It's not. It actually wasn't as bad as it wasn't actually 420 things that needed paste. I just went along with it because you're so, like, that's on 420. So I was like, yeah, okay, I'll lean into it too. But I was just like, we didn't start releasing YouTube versions until me and Speedy started doing the podcast together, and even then it wasn't right away. We used to do only audio with me and Speedy too. We started doing video like maybe like a few weeks into it or a few episodes into it.
To be clear, I have only started watching from the YouTube. Like pre-YouTube, I haven't listened to a single episode because that's not how I consume it.
I only
if you go back and listen, it's pretty wild. I was a lot more tame back then. As on the parents topic, I can tell you from my own experience, giving the option to choose to my kids, it's the easy way out. No drama, no fights. It's either A or B. They think they choose, everyone happy, and we have some time. We save some time. See? Yeah. See what I mean? Fantastic, authoritative parenting from Bish Lasagna. Like I said, I mean, I think everyone should raise their kids like how they want to, but the research does say that permissive and authoritarian are not the best parenting style. The authoritative, the middle one, is the much better approach. But I mean, that's just psychology research. That could be wrong in a few years. Who knows?
Yeah, that's right.
But anyway, just some advice on parenting from someone that's not a parent. All right, and on the Podbean comments, we got the Jen comment from last episode. She says the tangents and deep dives this episode. I can't comment on decreases in testosterone after kids, but is your boss Robert Paulson? Now, if you're a Fight Clubber, then you know the reference. So I will not spoil it if you haven't seen it. But
I have so many questions about this last episode because I haven't been able to listen yet.
Oh, you haven't?
Yeah, well, you gotta go listen. Yeah, you gotta go listen.
I mean, if you're just in it for Pokemon Go, then maybe it's not best for you. But I feel like everyone in the world is a kind of, more, how do you call it? It's more, well-rounded than that, right? So I think there's a little bit for everyone. And I feel like this episode, there's a lot for everyone because we hear the Kaz lore and Seer eat the pepper. So what's there left, Yeah. Well, you feeling better now, Cass?
Yes.
No heat.
My lips are no longer on fire. I no longer feel like I want to vomit.
That's good.
Okay. Well, we shall end it here. But that's
we didn't cover the spawns.
We had lighter event schedule, but it is what it is. Next week, it's going to be an interesting one because we're going to have a lot of potential guests on here.
Wait, we didn't cover the new spawns, did we?
Oh, we can talk about that briefly. Yeah, there's some new spawns. Yeah, break it down for us.
Yeah, so we'll see if it sticks around or not.
Someone said it was a lie.
It was a lie?
Yeah, like someone said they found out the Tinker thing was fake. so I think maybe not even
multiple people. Really? I saw it reported from like multiple places.
Oh wait! No, actually, big update. Ban list update for Play Pokemon. /banned.
Oh what? Really? Wait, where was that announced?
8 minutes ago.
Oh my god!
I'm seeing tweets.
Okay.
/, not eligible for Worlds. Also Volcanion, but I think that was already there, right?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Yeah.
Almost. I bet a lot of people are breathing a sigh of relief, honestly.
Well, the relevance of a Toedscool might be a little less now that I can't mud slap down that Iggy Slash.
Nope.
Wow. Well, it's the update I was hoping for, so you got a thumbs up from old Stevie over here.
Steve is in happy days.
Let's go.
For GBL purposes, though, I'm still going to deep dive into it and see how the heck that thing works. Wait, so did they explain why they banned it?
No.
Oh, I see. My first thing on the timeline, Arrow quote tweeting it. This is so dumb.
You know what else is dumb, Arrow? Giving Lantern Surf.
Hey! You gotta give him more credit than that.
I'm seeing a lot of people kind of like a little disappointed that there's not even the potential for because this was like something that could potentially change the meta a little bit, but now it seems like we might have more of the same.
Yeah.
If we just need Pokemon, I'd be all for it.
these people just don't believe enough in Toedscool, and I'm not here for that kind
or
of
in Como
erasure.
O. Wait, Steve, how many people use Como O in the Clash of the Casters?
Of the 32 casters that competed, 1. Tomahawk.
Was it successful?
It was Tomahawk, and I faced him in 3 battles. He didn't bring it once.
He went 4-1 though, I think. So.
How many times did he bring the Como? Is the real question.
He did use it in his last round, and he won.
Ran it with Poison Jab.
Wait, was he running Poison Jab?
Poison Jab.
He didn't run.
You can. It has win cons against the Dene with Poison Jab.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I had the Dene on my team, but he never brought it for the Dene at all.
He didn't bring it against me either. But
yeah, still. I think for what it's worth, it probably was more like a bench pressure at most situation. Yeah. I mean, it was pretty annoying. Yeah,
he did bring it in the finals. So
yeah. Anyway.
Wait, Steve. So you're saying the spawn thing is not true? Because I saw like multiple reports about it, but
like maybe some of it was true, but I just saw like one post in like some I think a Pokemon professor said like, oh, I just found out that this post was fake. Some of it maybe some of it was true, maybe some of it wasn't, and they just jumped on it. I don't know.
I mean, there's also possible that it was true, and then they just took him out of the spawn pool. Because like there was stuff like Tinkaton or Tinkatink and I think some of the Hisuian starter evolutions and stuff, and so I saw some speculation that it was like a mess up, like Niantic maybe messed up the code of like things that were at GoFest or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
But yeah, because it was like Tinkaton or Tinkatink, Skidoo, and a few others, but. Well, that's disappointing if it didn't pan out, but
even if it was true, then good for the guys that got one, I guess. It's whatever,
Yeah, I guess I'm kind of curious since they it does bring up the question about is Skiddo gonna be available as a spawn in the wild for anyone? Because essentially it was like a special event thing. And then they released it at GoFest so that everyone could get one without traveling to a Safari Zone. And now Mudbray has essentially replaced it in Safari Zone.
And Skiddo's not a regional either, right? So that's
no.
Like if it was like a regional spawn, that's a different, like a Tropius or whatever. But
right. But Kaz is right. Like we don't know how or when anyone will be able to catch one next, because it's not like a regional, and it hasn't necessarily been added to like a wild spawn pool. So like I don't know, maybe they're just saving it for more like special events and stuff. Like I'm not really sure, but it's a good question. Like it was available globally for everyone for like one weekend, but now what?
Yeah. Question marks.
Yeah. Who knows? All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for us here. So thanks all for tuning in.
Oh, wait. No, I'm kidding.
I was like, I'm about to cut out the podcast. I don't even care what it is. I don't care if they release Daytona Beach as a location. We'll talk about it.
We're done.
I said we're done. Anyway, shout out to Kaz for eating the pepper. Shout out to me for winning the bet. Hope it was good content. Anyway, we'll catch you all next week. But yeah, stay tuned for a pretty packed podcast episode. We're going to have a bunch of people from other Pokemon Go PvP podcasts joining for our Worlds Draft.
Dun, dun, dun.
Should be fun. But anyway, we will catch you all next time. Peace out. Oh, and check out the merch if you haven't yet. They're in every description of every episode. You hear that, Kaz?
They are now.
We need some merch of a Kaz eating a jalapeno.
No, nobody needs that.
I need it. All right, catch y'all later. Bye.